This is not just spare change in your pocket. This is forgotten American history hiding in plain sight. These 5 rare quarter-dollar coins could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, and their stories stretch across wars, recessions, and monumental changes in U.S. history. From minting mistakes to limited releases from silver secrets to lost designs, these old quarters are not just valuable. They are powerful time capsules of the American journey, and you are about to uncover every single detail. Did you know that a single 2002 P quarter can unlock a hidden world of American history secrets and unexpected value right in your pocket today? We are digging deep into the story of the 2002 P quarters, from their overlooked minting marks to the economic twists that shaped their creation, the tiny imperfections that could make yours worth way more than 25 cents, and the collectors who hunt for these elusive gems every single day. So grab your magnifying glass, because this isn't just pocket change. This is American legacy and hidden treasure rolled into one shiny coin. Welcome to our journey through the hidden legacy of the 2002 P quarter. This coin might look like ordinary change, but behind its simple appearance lies a rich tapestry of American history, economics, minting secrets, collector demand, and human stories that stretch back centuries. The quarter has always held a unique place in American currency, ever since George Washington's portrait first appeared on the obverse in 1932, marking 200 years. Since his birth, the Washington quarter became a staple in every pocket purse and cash register. But by 2002, the coin had taken on a new role in American culture due to the wildly popular 50-state quarters program initiated by the United States Mint in 1999. This program was revolutionary, encouraging millions of Americans to pay closer attention to their change and turning everyday coins into miniature history lessons. The 2002 P quarter stands as a key piece in this narrative, representing the year when states like Tennessee, Ohio, Louisiana, Indiana, and Mississippi were immortalized on the reverse side. Each design tells a unique story about the people, culture, and contributions of that state. The P mint mark denotes the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest mints in America, with a history dating back to 1792, when the Coinage Act established it as the nation's first official mint. By 2002. The Philadelphia Mint was running high-speed presses and cutting-edge engraving techniques. But what makes the 2002 P quarters especially fascinating is the variety of die errors and condition rarities that drive collectors to search roll after roll for that one perfect or imperfect specimen. Perhaps you have heard of double die errors. These occur when the die that strikes the coin slips or shifts slightly, creating a ghostly doubling effect on letters, numbers, or other design elements. The 2002 P quarters are known to occasionally display such quirks, particularly on the state names or mottos on the reverse, making them highly prized for error coin enthusiasts. Let's take a closer look at each of the 5 designs minted that year, beginning with Tennessee, which honors its rich musical heritage, featuring a guitar, trumpet, and fiddle with musical notes dancing across the background. Each element symbolizes Tennessee's deep roots in country blues, jazz, and rock and roll. Next, we travel to Ohio, whose quarter design pays tribute to its pivotal role in aviation history, showcasing the Wright Flyer and astronaut John Glenn, who was born in Ohio. This coin symbolizes the spirit of exploration and innovation that defines the Buckeye State. Then comes Louisiana, with its flamboyant pelican, brown pelican, to be exact, its state bird, surrounded by a trumpet, and the iconic Louisiana Purchase outline, which forever transformed the map of America. This design also celebrates jazz heritage, reminding us of the cultural heartbeat of New Orleans. Indiana's quarter takes us to the checkered flag and race car imagery, representing the legendary Indianapolis 500. The open-wheeled car and the inscription, "Crossroads of America," remind us that Indiana is not just a place, but a conduit for trade, transportation, and American progress. Finally, Mississippi's quarter bursts with the beauty of the magnolia blossom, the state flower framed elegantly to capture the natural beauty and the southern charm that characterizes Mississippi. Collectors often focus on the condition and strike quality when hunting 2002 P quarters. For example, a coin in mint state 67 or higher is incredibly hard to find, because coins circulating through daily transactions inevitably pick up scratches, nicks, and wear marks, reducing their grade instantly. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC play a vital role in authenticating and certifying these coins, giving collectors peace of mind and sometimes a big payday when an exceptionally high grade or rare error is confirmed. Let's not forget the historical context of 2002, a year that saw the United States still reeling from the aftermath of September 11th. The economy was adjusting to new security concerns, and the coinage production reflected shifts in demand as people used more electronic payments. Yet the state quarters program continued to thrive, boosting demand for physical coins among casual collectors, kids, schools, and serious numismatists alike. It is estimated that the Philadelphia Mint struck millions of each design, but survival rates for pristine specimens are very low because few people thought to protect these coins in the hustle and bustle of daily life. Perhaps in your pocket change. Today there is a Tennessee quarter with a double die, obverse a Louisiana quarter with an off-center strike, or an Ohio quarter struck on a misaligned planche. These minting mishaps happen more often than you might think, and they can transform your ordinary 25-cent piece into a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. At auction stories abound of people discovering valuable coins tucked away in jars, shoeboxes, or even stuck behind furniture cushions. So how do you know if your 2002 P quarter is valuable? The first step is always to check for obvious signs of mint errors. Look for doubling on letters, numbers, or state names. Inspect the rims for off-center strikes or broad strikes. Examine the coin under strong light and magnification to catch subtle imperfections that could mean a big payday next. Consider the coin's condition. Even a perfectly normal 2002 P quarter can fetch a premium if it grades exceptionally high. Most coins from pocket change are in circulated condition, grading anywhere from MS60 to MS63. But a coin in MS67 or higher is a true gem that demands respect and big bids in the numismatic world. To help with this, many collectors use grading guides and join online communities to compare notes, share photos, and discuss the latest discoveries. These communities are passionate about error coins and rare finds, and they keep the hunt alive every single day. You might wonder who buys these coins and why the world of coin collecting is driven by a mix of history, art economics, and the thrill of discovery. Some collectors specialize in state quarters, aiming to build full sets in pristine condition. Others focus solely on error coins, hunting for unique flaws that tell the story of the minting process in all its mechanical glory. Then there are investors who see rare coins as a hedge against economic uncertainty, tangible assets that carry intrinsic and historical value beyond paper money. The legacy of the 2002 P quarter is not just about metal and mint marks. It is about the millions of hands that have exchanged these coins, the stories they have carried, the generations that have tucked them into jars, and the excitement they spark in young collectors starting their numismatic journey. Perhaps you have a child or grandchild who lights up when they find a state quarter they have never seen before. That spark is the lifeblood of this hobby, passing history from one generation to the next through something as simple as spare change. As we close this deep dive into the 2002 P quarter, remember that every coin in your pocket has a story waiting to be uncovered. Whether it is a Tennessee melody, an Ohio flight, Louisiana's jazz spirit, Indiana's racing pride, or Mississippi's floral charm, the next time you hold a quarter, look closer. You might just be holding a piece of American history, a tiny time capsule that connects you to the countless people who have touched it before, and the collectors who would give anything to add it to their treasure trove. So keep searching, keep learning, and keep your eyes wide open, because the world of quarters, dollars, and hidden value is bigger than you ever imagined. And the next big discovery could be right there in your pocket right now. Did you know there is an old quarter hiding in your pocket change that could be worth thousands? This is the story of the 2001 North Carolina quarter, a simple piece of metal that holds a powerful tale of state pride. American history, minting secrets, and hidden value. Stay with me as we uncover what makes this quarter so unique, why collectors are paying top dollar, and how you can spot these valuable treasures right now in your loose change. The 2001 North Carolina quarter is part of the legendary 50-state quarters program, launched by the United States Mint, a program that transformed everyday pocket change into a journey through American history and state pride. North Carolina was the 12th state quarter released, and it carries a rich story that dates back centuries from the first flight of the Wright brothers to the Tar Heels' legacy. The design of this quarter is more than just an image. It is a symbol of innovation, resilience, and national progress. This coin was released on March 12, 2001, and millions of Americans were eager to find it in circulation. The obverse side of the coin features the familiar profile of George Washington, based on the original John Flanagan design, slightly modified by William Cousins to fit the unique needs of the State Quarters series. The reverse side showcases the iconic scene of the Wright brothers' first powered flight at Kitty Hawk in 1903 with Orville and Wilbur Wright, achieving what many thought was impossible. The biplane soars over the sandy dunes with the words "First Flight" inscribed below, reminding all who hold this quarter that this humble coin represents the birthplace of modern aviation. The mintage of the North Carolina quarter was massive, with more than 1 billion coins struck across the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The Philadelphia Mint produced around 627 million, while the Denver Mint struck approximately 521 million. Despite this high mintage, certain varieties and errors make some North Carolina quarters highly valuable to collectors. One of the most talked about varieties is the off-center strike error. This occurs when the blank planchet is not properly aligned with the dies, causing part of the design to be missing. Such coins can command prices from $50 to several $100s, depending on the degree of the misalignment. Then there is the double die variety, where the design elements appear doubled due to a misalignment during the die creation process. Although no major double die varieties have been widely recognized for the North Carolina quarter, some examples have surfaced in the collector community, and these coins often sell for significant premiums. Another aspect to consider is the condition of the coin's graded mint. State 67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are extremely scarce and can fetch impressive prices at auction. In fact, a 2001 P North Carolina quarter-graded MS-68 has sold for over $3,000 due to its pristine condition and strong collector demand. The satin finish versions from the mint sets also attract attention, as they were struck with specially prepared dies, giving them a distinctive look compared to their circulation counterparts. The North Carolina quarter is also significant because it represents a turning point in American coin collecting. Prior to the 50-state quarters program, coin collecting was often seen as a hobby for specialists and older generations. But the introduction of state quarters sparked a nationwide collecting craze. Families, friends, and children began searching their change, hoping to complete their sets and perhaps find that elusive high-value error coin. This cultural impact cannot be overstated because it rejuvenated the U.S. coin collecting market and inspired millions to learn more about American history through coins beyond its numismatic value. The North Carolina quarter is a gateway to the story of the Wright brothers and their relentless pursuit of flight. The Wright brothers, born in Ohio, chose the sandy dunes of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina for their historic flight because of its strong, steady winds and soft sandy landing areas that could cushion their early crash landings. Their experiments in aerodynamics control and propulsion paved the way for the aviation industry as we know it today. Every time you hold this quarter, you hold a tiny reminder of that groundbreaking moment that changed the world forever. Collectors often wonder how to identify a valuable North Carolina quarter. The first step is to check the mint mark located just below. The words, "In God We Trust" on the obverse side. P stands for Philadelphia. D stands for Denver coins with clear, sharp strikes. Full details and original luster are worth setting aside. Next, examine the coin carefully under magnification. Look for doubling in the lettering and design elements such as the words United States of America, E pluribus unum, or the depiction of the Wright Flyer. Any doubling could indicate a rare double die variety. Also inspect the coin for any unusual die cracks, cuds, or other minting anomalies. These mint errors can make a regular quarter extremely desirable to error. Coin collectors, storage, and handling of these quarters is equally important. If you believe you have a high-grade specimen, store it in a protective holder. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can dramatically reduce its value if you wish to have the coin graded. Choose a reputable third-party grading service such as PCGS or NGC. These services provide authentication, grading, and encapsulation, which can significantly enhance the marketability of your coin. Understanding the market trends is another key aspect. The value of the 2001 North Carolina quarter has fluctuated over the years, with peaks and dips based on collector interest, demand for specific varieties, and the general precious metals market. Although clad quarters do not contain silver, their historical and collector value keeps them in high demand. Auction results indicate that high-grade and error coins consistently outperform common circulation examples, making them a worthwhile addition to any serious collection. In addition to individual coins, complete 50-state quarter sets, including the North Carolina quarter, can also command premiums, especially if the coins are in brilliant uncirculated or proof condition. These sets serve as a tangible timeline of American heritage, showcasing each state's unique contribution to the nation's. Story collectors often pair these sets with educational materials, state flags, and historical documents, adding depth and context to their collections. As we reach the conclusion of this deep dive into the 2001 North Carolina quarter, remember that every coin in your pocket could be a piece of history and a hidden gem. Do not overlook the power of knowledge, patience, and a keen eye in the world of numismatics, whether you are a seasoned collector or a curious beginner. The story of the North Carolina quarter reminds us that history lives in the smallest places, even in the change jingling at the bottom of your purse or pockets. So next time you come across that familiar Wright Flyer soaring across the dunes, take a moment to appreciate the legacy it represents, the people it honors, and the value it might hold. Because sometimes the most ordinary quarter can turn out to be truly extraordinary. Keep searching, keep learning. And who knows, you might just uncover a treasure that connects you directly to the spirit of first flight and the enduring pride of North Carolina. Did you know one single 2000D Massachusetts state quarter dollar could be the hidden treasure in your pocket? Today, we reveal the untold secrets behind its value, its minting quirks, and the fascinating American story it carries. Stay tuned, because what you learn today could change the way you look at every quarter forever. The year 2000 was a turning point in the story of the United States Mint and the lives of millions of coin collectors across America, because this was the dawn of a new millennium, and it was the very moment when the State Quarters program was capturing the hearts of people from coast to coast. The Massachusetts quarter, the sixth coin released in the State Quarters program and the first quarter issued in the year 2000, carried with it not just the image of state, but the legacy of a revolution, a spirit of independence, and a symbol that resonated deeply with every American who knows the story of the Boston Tea Party, Paul Revere, and the battles of Lexington and Concord. This quarter, minted in Denver, marked with a small D right above the word quarter dollar. On the reverse side is a piece of metal that binds generations together. The coin features the Minuteman statue standing tall, with the outline of the Massachusetts Commonwealth behind him, a star pinpointing the capital, Boston, and the words, "the Bay State," a nickname that connects back to the early colonial days, when Massachusetts was one of the original 13 colonies and played a leading role in the fight for independence. Now let us dig deeper into why this coin still holds value and fascination to collectors and historians alike. The Denver Mint produced millions of these coins, but within that mintage lie varieties, errors, and conditions that can transform an ordinary quarter into a prized rarity. Collectors look for full details on the Minuteman clear inscriptions and the shine of an uncirculated or mint state coin, which can command a premium at auctions and private sales. The 2000D Massachusetts quarter has reported varieties such as off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, and other striking anomalies that make the hunt for that perfect or imperfect coins so intriguing when the coin was first released. Americans lined up at banks and stores to get their hands on rolls of these quarters. Some saved them, some spent them, and some stashed them away, hoping their value would grow with time for many. The coin became more than just a monetary unit. It became a souvenir, a teaching tool, and a gateway into the vast world of numismatics. The story of this coin starts with the legislative journey that brought the State Quarters Program to life. President Bill Clinton signed the 50 State Quarters Program Act in 1997 with the goal of honoring each state with a unique design to be released in the order they ratified the Constitution or were admitted into the Union. Massachusetts, being the sixth state, took its place accordingly. The design selection process for each quarter was a collaborative effort involving state governors, artists, historians, and the U.S. Mint. The Minuteman design chosen for Massachusetts paid tribute to the brave citizens who formed the backbone of the colonial militia. Ordinary farmers, blacksmiths, and tradesmen who could drop their tools, pick up their muskets, and stand ready to defend their land at a minute's notice. The statue depicted on the coin is based on the famous Concord Minuteman monument by sculptor Daniel Chester French, which itself stands as a reminder of the sacrifices made for freedom and self-determination. Moving to the mintage numbers, the Denver Mint struck approximately 628 million of these coins. While that may sound like a lot, and it is in the grand scheme, the condition, rarity, and historical significance still make select coins stand out. For example, coins that have been preserved in brilliant, uncirculated condition, especially those graded by professional grading services, like PCGS or NGC, can be worth far more than their face value. Collectors pay attention to luster, strike quality, and any marks or wear that might affect the grade. Coins with mint errors or unusual die varieties can command even higher prices. Stories abound of 2000 D Massachusetts quarters that fetched hundreds or even thousands of dollars because of dramatic off-center strikes or double-struck features that make each error coin unique. Numismatic experts always advise using a magnifying glass and studying the coin under good lighting to spot these subtle and sometimes dramatic varieties. Another important aspect of the 2000 D Massachusetts quarter is its role in promoting coin collecting to a new generation. Young collectors across the country began filling state quarter maps albums and folders, creating a surge in hobby interest and driving up demand for information about coins. And minting. The U.S. Mint even launched educational programs to accompany the state quarters, encouraging kids to learn about history, geography, and civics through the simple act of collecting coins. The Massachusetts quarter stands as a testament to how a small object can bridge the gap between past and present, connecting us to the events that shaped our nation. The design was not without its critics. Some felt that other symbols might better represent the state, but in the end, the Minuteman remains a fitting emblem of Massachusetts and the American Revolution itself. Holding the coin today, you are holding a symbol of courage, resilience, and the birth of a nation. Even if you do not find a rare variety or mint error in your pocket, change the 2000 D Massachusetts State Quarter. Dollar holds a story that is invaluable to every American. So what should you do if you have one of these coins? The first step is to examine it carefully. Check the surfaces for mint, luster, scratches, dings, or where that might lower its grade. Next, look for any unusual features such as doubling, die cracks, off-center strikes, or other anomalies. Compare your coin to images of known errors online or in coin reference books. If you believe you have found something unique, consider getting it appraised by a reputable dealer or sending it to a professional grading service. Remember that provenance and certification can make a significant difference in the value of your coin. Preserving your coin properly is another key factor. Storing it in a protective holder or coin flip can keep it safe from scratches, dirt, and moisture, which can all damage its surface over time. Collectors also recommend handling coins by the edges and avoiding contact with the faces to maintain their original condition. Beyond the tangible value of the 2000 D Massachusetts quarter lies the intangible joy of discovery, the thrill of history in your hand, and the sense that something as ordinary as pocket change can open doors to a rich world of heritage and learning. Every time you look at that Minuteman standing tall on the coin, remember that he represents the ordinary people who did extraordinary things, the spirit that forged a nation, and the idea that freedom is worth defending at any cost. The 2000 D Massachusetts quarter may not be the rarest coin in the world, but it is certainly one of the most meaningful for those who understand its place in the fabric of American history. As you search through your change or flip through your collection, keep your eyes open for the glint of that quarter from the dawn of a new millennium. You never know when you might find that hidden gem, that rare error, or that perfect mint state coin that transforms an everyday piece of metal into a treasure worth far more than 25 cents. So next time you find a 2000 D Massachusetts state quarter dollar, remember that you hold a piece of the story that began in the fields of Lexington and Concord, continued through the halls of the U.S. Mint, and lives on in the pockets of people across the country. A simple quarter, a timeless story, and a testament to the enduring spirit of America. Did you know that some of the newest quarters from 2020 could be worth way more than just 25 cents? What if I told you these modern quarters hold hidden secrets, minting mysteries, and valuable errors that collectors are hunting for right now? Stay with me as we dive deep into the full professional history of the 2020 quarters dollar coins and unlock everything from their unique designs to their rarest mint marks and astonishing values. You won't believe how something so recent can already be this rare. In the year 2020, the United States Mint launched a final chapter in a celebrated coin program that had transformed the appearance of American quarters for over 2 decades. The America the Beautiful Quarters program, which began in 2010, concluded in 2021, but the 2020 series became especially significant due to its timing, its themes, and its unexpected rise in value among collectors. Each 2020 quarter represents a unique aspect of American culture, nature, and history, honoring national parks and territories with a level of detail never before seen on a circulating quarter coin, from design process to public release. These coins tell a story far beyond their face value. The 5 designs released in 2020 were the National Park of American Samoa. In American Samoa, the Weir Farm National Historic Site in Connecticut, the Salt River Bay National Historical Park and Ecological Preserve in the U.S. Virgin Islands, the Marsh Billings, Rockefeller National Historical Park in Vermont, and the Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve in Kansas. Each design reflected not only artistic creativity, but deep historical roots drawing from local heritage and national significance. These quarters stand as miniature monuments to American identity across geography and generations. But their beauty is only part of the story. What many collectors have discovered is that these 2020 quarters contain rare errors, die cracks off center strikes, doubled dies, and even elusive W mint marks that were struck at the West Point Mint, making them instantly more collectible than their Philadelphia and Denver counterparts. These W quarters were produced in limited quantities with only 2 million of each design ever minted, carrying the prestigious V75 Privy mark commemorating the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. This makes the 2020 W quarters among the most valuable circulating coins in modern U.S. history. In this full professional breakdown, we will explore the origin of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, the planning and artwork behind each 2020 design, the key differences in mint marks, and how to identify high-value coins, including the rarest errors discovered to date. You will learn how these quarters were distributed, how they entered circulation, and how they became a surprise hit in the numismatic world. We will also look at real auction sales prices, collector demand, grading guidelines, and the impact of these coins on modern coin collecting, all backed by mint records, numismatic experts, and historical archives. In the year 2020, the United States Mint continued its journey through the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a monumental coin series that began in 2010 and showcased national parks and historic sites across the United States. The 2020 release featured 5 unique quarter designs, each representing a different location with historical, cultural, or natural significance. This year became notable not only because of the coin designs, but also because it was the final full year of the program and included the rare and valuable W Mint Mark quarters from West Point, which sparked a frenzy among collectors and changed the landscape of modern coin collecting forever. The 5 quarters released in 2020 were the National Park of American Samoa, the Weir Farm National Historic Site, the Salt River Bay National Historical Park, and Ecological Preserve the Marsh Billings, Rockefeller National Historical Park, and the Tall Grass Prairie National Preserve. Each of these coins featured designs that told stories of environmental protection, artistic heritage, early American settlements, conservation efforts, and the importance of biodiversity across the United States territories and states. The first quarter released in 2020 was the National Park of American Samoa. This coin stands out among all modern quarters for its instantly recognizable and beloved design, showing a Samoan fruit bat mother hanging upside down with her pup. The image not only emphasized wildlife, but also represented maternal care and the importance of nurturing future generations. The fruit bat is native to the region and plays a vital role in pollination and maintaining the ecological balance. The coin also helped bring attention to the National Park of American Samoa, which is the only national park south of the equator in the United States system and includes both land and marine ecosystems. Next came the Weir Farm National Historic Site quarter, representing Connecticut. This coin paid tribute to American Impressionist painter J. Alden Weir and the importance of art in capturing the essence of the American landscape. The design features an artist painting outdoors, a nod to the plein air painting tradition. The site itself preserves the. Next came the Weir Farm National Historic Site quarter, representing Connecticut. This coin paid tribute to American Impressionist painter J. Alden Weir and the importance of art in capturing the essence of the American landscape. The design features an artist painting outdoors, a nod to the plein air painting tradition. The site itself preserves the home and studio of Weir and serves as a reminder of how art and nature are interconnected in shaping national identity. This coin carries strong cultural significance and adds an artistic touch to the 2020 lineup. Third in the series was the Salt River Bay quarter, representing the U.S. Virgin Islands. This design focused on both history and environment, showing a red mangrove tree with its roots reaching into the water, symbolizing strength, protection, and life. The Salt River Bay site is known for its natural beauty and its archaeological importance, as it contains remains from the pre-Columbian era, as well as early European settlements. The coin connected themes of environmental conservation and historical preservation, which made it a favorite among both environmentalists and historians. Fourth was the Marsh Billings Rockefeller National Historical Park quarter for Vermont, the only national park dedicated to the history of conservation in America. This coin design showed a young girl planting a tree surrounded by mature forest. This image conveyed the park mission of stewardship, sustainability, and passing on the values of conservation to future generations. The coin served as a tribute to the roots of the conservation movement in the United States and the roles played by the Billings and Rockefeller families in advancing environmental consciousness. Finally, the Tall Grass Prairie National Preserve quarter, representing Kansas, rounded out the 2020 releases. This design highlighted a butterfly flying above tall prairie grasses, symbolizing the biodiversity and fragile ecosystem of the tallgrass prairie. The preserve protects one of the last remaining tallgrass prairie landscapes in North America, which once covered vast stretches of the continent. The coin not only captured natural beauty, but also emphasized the importance of protecting vanishing habitats and the species that depend on them. In addition to their beautiful designs, what made the 2020 quarters especially historic and valuable was the inclusion of the rare W Mint Mark quarters. The United States Mint had announced in 2019 that it would begin striking quarters at the West Point Mint with the W Mint Mark for the first time in history, and release them into circulation as a way to spark public interest in coin collecting in 2020. They continued this initiative by releasing 2 million of each of the 5 quarter designs with the West Point Mint Mark and a special V75 Privy Mark to honor the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. This V75 mark was a small outline of the World War II victory medal located on the obverse side of the coin, next to George Washington's bust. These V75 mark to honor the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. This V75 mark was a small outline of the World War II victory medal located on the obverse side of the coin next to George Washington's bust. These V75 quarters were produced in very limited quantities, making them some of the lowest mintage quarters in recent history, and highly sought after by collectors almost immediately after release. People began hunting for them in pocket change. Coin rolls and bank boxes. The excitement generated by these coins made headlines and revived interest in collecting modern circulating coins. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced standard circulation strikes with mintages in the hundreds of millions, but the West Point Mint only produced 2 million of each design, creating a major rarity for each of the 2020 W quarters. Collectors quickly began submitting them for grading and authentication, and the coins with high grades such as MS67, MS68, or even the rare MS69 received premium prices at auction. Some examples sold for over $100 or more, especially early in the year when they were first discovered. Errors and varieties added even more value to the 2020 quarters. Some of the most well-known errors include double dies off-center strikes, die chips, and strike-throughs. These mistakes occurred during the minting process and can dramatically increase a coin's value depending on severity and visibility. Certain double die obverse examples from the 2020 Salt River Bay and American Samoa designs have been listed in major numismatic catalogs and are being actively hunted by specialists. The 2020 quarters also became a central focus for coin roll hunters, who began searching through rolls from banks looking for West Point mint marks or rare errors. Many collectors built full sets of 2020 quarters from all three mints, PD and W, and began storing them in custom albums or grading holders. The excitement was not just limited to long-time collectors, but also attracted new hobbyists, families, and young people into the world of numismatics. Grading played a crucial role in determining the value of the 2020 quarters. Coins were submitted to major grading services like PCGs and NGC, and the population reports show that high-grade examples are still relatively scarce, especially from circulation coins, with attractive luster. Strong strikes and few contact marks were the most desirable, and many early discoveries earned the first discovery or first week of discovery labels from the grading companies, which added collector value. In terms of future value, the 2020 quarters particularly, the WV75 issues are likely to remain key modern rarities because of their low mintage, historical significance, and unique design features. They represent a unique moment in United States coinage, where history, art, and innovation came together during a year of global challenge and change. The year 2020 saw many disruptions, but in the world of coin collecting, it delivered one of the most exciting and meaningful releases in modern times. As we continue to explore the 2020 quarters in more depth, we will look at each design and its backstory one by one, examining the historical significance behind the parks and preserves the artists who created the imagery, the symbolism embedded in each coin, and how these coins reflect broader themes of conservation, patriotism, and cultural heritage. We will also discuss detailed market values, current auction trends, and predictions for how these coins may appreciate in the coming years. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone new to coin hunting, the 2020 quarter series offers a perfect blend of challenge, education, and reward. Their presence in circulation combined with limited edition rarity makes them a cornerstone of 21st century numismatics and a must-have for any collection. These coins will be remembered as not only the end of a remarkable program, but also as a defining moment in the legacy of the United States quarter dollar. What if I told you that one simple coin from the year 2001, featuring the Statue of Liberty and the Empire State outline, might be hiding in your collection right now, and it could be worth far more than just 25 cents, because the story behind the 2001 New York State quarter is not just a tale of metal and minting. It is a journey through American pride, historical significance, mint errors, collector demand, and the incredible rise in coin values that took a once overlooked quarter and made it a treasure in disguise. This is not just a quarter. This is a piece of New York history in your pocket. And in this video, we are going to explore everything from its design to its origin, from its special editions to the rarest known variants, from minting records to collector auctions, with professional insights and powerful facts that can turn your curiosity into knowledge and possibly your old change into real money. So sit back, open your eyes, and join us on this non-stop journey into the full history, value, and secrets of the legendary 2001 New York Quarters dollar coin. The year is 2001, and the United States Mint has already launched a historic program, the 50 State Quarters Program, a monumental coin release plan designed to honor each of the 50 U.S. states in the order they ratified the Constitution or were admitted to the Union. The idea was to produce a unique design for each state on the reverse of the quarter dollar coin, beginning in 1999 and continuing through 2008. By 2001, several states had already seen their unique quarter designs released, and the state of New York was next in line as the third state admitted into the Union. On July 26, 1788, the design chosen for the New York quarter would become one of the most recognizable and iconic quarters in the entire state series. The 2001 New York quarter was officially released into circulation on January 2, 2001, and immediately caught the attention of collectors and the general public alike. The coin features an outline of the state of New York, over which the Statue of Liberty stands in proud silhouette. With her torch raised high, a series of small lines flow across the coin from the upper left to the lower right, forming the design element known as the gateway to freedom. These lines represent the radiating influence of New York as a cultural, economic, and immigration hub for the United States for more than 2 centuries. At the base of the coin are the words, "Gateway to Freedom," the name chosen to commemorate New York's historic role in welcoming immigrants through Ellis Island during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The Statue of Liberty is a powerful symbol of that welcome and remains one of the most recognized landmarks in the world, standing tall in New York Harbor and representing hope and opportunity for generations. The designer of the reverse side was Alfred Maletsky, an artist who worked with the United States Mint and helped bring this vision of New York to life through this symbolic coin. On the obverse of the coin is the familiar portrait of George Washington, first introduced in 1932 by sculptor John Flanagan and used throughout the entire state quarter series. The inscriptions on the obverse include "United States of America, Liberty," "In God We Trust," and "Quarter Dollar," all rendered in classic uppercase typography consistent with the series. In terms of production, the New York State quarters were minted at 3 different facilities: the Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, and San Francisco Mint. The Philadelphia Mint produced coins marked with the P Mint mark, the Denver Mint with the D Mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins bearing the S Mint mark. These proof coins were struck on specially prepared planchets, using polished dies to create a mirror-like finish and sharp details intended for collectors and not for general circulation. The mintage figures for the New York State quarter reflect its popularity and the high demand during the early years of the State Quarters program. The Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 655 million coins, the Denver Mint produced about 619 million coins, and the San Francisco Mint struck over 3 million proof coins in both clad and 90% silver varieties, making it one of the higher mintage coins of the series. But despite the large numbers, certain specific versions and mint errors make this coin significantly more valuable today. Now, let us explore some of the rare and valuable versions of the 2001 New York quarter dollar coin. One of the most sought-after error varieties is the double die error, where the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly between impressions, causing a doubling of elements such as the inscriptions or features of the design. While these errors are rare, they do exist, and when found in high grade can sell for hundreds of dollars depending on the severity and visibility of the doubling collectors. Seek these coins for their uniqueness and their role in the story of minting technology and process. Another known error associated with the New York quarter involves off-center strikes. These occur when the blank plancher is not properly aligned with the dies, resulting in a portion of the design being cut off or missing off. Center strikes can vary from minor to dramatic, with extreme off-center examples showing as much as 50% of the design missing. And such examples can fetch high prices, especially when the date is still visible and the coin is in mint state condition. Clad layer missing errors are also known with the New York quarter. In these instances, one of the outer layers of metal, typically the nickel cladding, is absent, revealing the copper core beneath. These coins appear as reddish or bronze in color and are immediately recognizable to experienced collectors. Because such minting flaws are not common, they hold strong market value, especially when authenticated by a grading service. Another area of collector interest is the silver-proof version of the 2001 New York quarter, struck at the San Francisco Mint. These coins were included in special silver-proof sets sold directly by the U.S. Mint and contain 90% silver and 10% copper. Unlike the regular circulating versions, these silver proofs were struck multiple times under higher pressure to achieve a flawless surface and mirror finish, when kept in pristine condition graded at PF 70. These coins command strong prices in the collector market, especially among those seeking to complete a full silver-proof state quarters collection. Some of the highest auction prices achieved for New York state quarters have involved either rare error coins or those graded at the highest possible level by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC. A coin graded MS-68 or higher is considered premium grade, and coins in this range are scarce, even among high mintage issues due to the natural contact marks and abrasions. Coins sustained during mass production and distribution. The value of a 2001 New York quarter depends heavily on its condition. Mint mark and presence of any errors. Circulated coins with wear typically hold only face value, unless they are rare errors or part of a matched collection. Uncirculated examples in original mint sets or rolls have higher collector appeal, especially when accompanied by original packaging and certificates of authenticity. Grading services have played a major role in defining the value of modern coins, including the New York quarter. Collectors trust professional grading to verify a coin's authenticity and condition, with common designations such as MS for mint state, PF for proof, and PR for proof. Reverse condition grades range from 1 to 70 with higher numbers, indicating better preservation. A coin graded MS-70 or PF-70 is considered perfect and fetches the highest premiums in auctions and private sales. Beyond monetary value, the New York State Quarter holds cultural and historical significance as part of a national initiative to educate the public about state history, geography, and pride. It reflects the identity of New York as a gateway state, as a symbol of liberty, diversity, and ambition. Its inclusion in the 50 State Quarters program helped cement the program's success and expand coin collecting into mainstream popularity for millions of Americans during the early 2000s. Coin shows, collectors' forums, online auctions, and marketplaces continue to feature the 2001 New York quarter among their highlighted listings, both for its beauty and for the curiosity it sparks in new collectors. Schools often use the State Quarters program to teach history and civic pride, while seasoned numismatists examine the fine details and hunt for rare examples that still surface from circulation or hidden collections. From its artistic design to its production volumes, from its collector versions to its rare mint errors, the 2001 New York quarter stands as a modern classic in the landscape of American coinage. It is both a coin of the people and a treasure. For the collector, it embodies the dreams of immigrants, the skyline of America, and the enduring image of liberty shining across the waters of New York Harbor. Whether found in your pocket change or nestled in a certified slab, this quarter connects generations through metal and meaning. And as we continue to explore and study its many varieties, we rediscover the hidden value and history that make coin collecting more than just a hobby. It becomes a way to touch the story of America in every detail, and to find value not only in silver and copper, but in the legacy of our shared national identity. Stay tuned for the next chapter as we explore the legacy left by the 2002 and 2003 state quarters, how they compare to the 2001 New York coin, and what secrets still remain to be discovered in modern pocket change. And remember, even a simple quarter can lead you on a journey through time, across oceans, and into the heart of American history.